You know Disney is a dream factory, but there's another one coming. And before Inside Out 3 hits theaters, we're going to revisit emotions in a whole new way.
Make some noise! Sadness is in the house!
Are you up to date on everything about Dream Production, the new series set in the studios inside Riley's mind, set to premiere in 2024?
They loved it.
At the D23 Expo, Disney's fan event held this October, we learned that on December 11th, 2024, Disney Plus will launch a series set in the incredible world of Inside Out. The series is set to premiere very soon, and no one really knew it was in production, making this a big surprise since there were only theories about something like this happening. During the presentation, the creators revealed that the new series will take place in the Dream Production studio inside Riley's mind. From the trailer, it's clear that the new project will feel like a documentary, showing both the reality and behind the scenes of the headquarters of Riley's emotions. Joy and the other emotions appear, ready to start filming, but they're not the stars of this new story. Instead, the spotlight is on the characters who work in Riley's Dream Production team. This is hugely significant because it will give us insight into how this could impact the third movie, which is already in production. You know what to do. Grab your popcorn and join us as we dive into this exciting new Disney series. This is Cinewave. This November, Disney held another edition of D23 in Brazil. The studios often bring this expo to other countries, and during the event, the first episode of the series, which will be called Dream Production, was screened. Here's what fans got to see. As previously announced, the series will have only 4 episodes, but now we can confirm it's going to be quite short, as the first episode, which was shown, was just over 20 minutes long. The series begins with baby Riley giving up her pacifier during a dream. This moment is incredibly significant for the Inside Out universe. It's in this scene that we discover Riley only stopped using her pacifier because of a dream produced by the series' protagonist, Paula. But we'll talk more about her later, so stay tuned. In the 2015 movie, we were introduced to the Dream Factory, which operates like a movie studio with producers, cameras, directors, and all the usual elements. This is where the series is set. The story we'll watch isn't centered around an emotional crisis like in the movies. Instead, it's about the day-to-day routine of the studio inside Riley's mind. That said, even with this different approach, it's already been confirmed through the first episode and the trailer that the command center and Riley herself will appear quite a lot. We're sorry to report that the new emotions most likely won't appear in the series. According to the program's creator, Mike Jones, the story takes place between the first and second films. So, no anxiety, shame, envy, or even boredom. So if you're hoping to catch more of these new emotions, you'll have to wait for the third movie. According to the producers, this decision to leave out these characters makes perfect sense because the emotions aren't the protagonists of this new animation, and to ensure the series could premiere by December 2024, a lot had to be cut. There's no way to know if episodes 2, 3, and 4 will lead into the events of the second movie, but for now, it's better not to get your hopes up. With this, the Inside Out timeline changes. The series begins with a dream of baby Riley, meaning it takes place before the first movie and then progresses after that. So the timeline now looks like this: the first episode of the series, then the first movie, followed by the rest of the series, then Riley's first date, the short, and finally the second movie. The series also reveals something very important. Riley's dreams have a direct influence on her actions. We had already seen something like this in the second movie when Anxiety used Imagination Land to create projections inside the mind of the emotions host. However, the Dream Studio seems to wield a different kind of power. From what we know, the protagonist of the series is a renowned dream producer named Paula. She's well known in Riley's mind for creating a dream where the little girl gives up her pacifier. It's because of this dream that baby Riley changes her behavior and matures, transitioning from being just a baby to becoming a slightly older child. In the first episode of the series, Joy proudly remarks that this dream, which works like a movie, accomplished something that even the emotions couldn't achieve. In other words, this confirms that the command center isn't the only place capable of influencing Riley's destiny. Both the series and the third movie are expected to delve deeper into this idea. With the introduction of love as a new emotion, Riley's dreams and fantasies will likely play an even more significant role. And what about you? Did you ever use a pacifier? Drop a comment with #baby so we can find out. During the screening of the first episode, we discovered that there are various settings featuring different types of dreams. Terror, which includes nightmares, nonsense, showcasing dreams that make no sense, and more. However, our protagonist Paula is the head of the Fun Dreams department. She's responsible for some of Riley's childhood hits, like The Colorful Unicorn and the Goodbye Pacifier movie we mentioned earlier. Things take a turn for Paula when her intern gets a promotion and becomes the leader of another department. The reason? Riley's growing up, and her childhood dreams are no longer part of her life. Now Paula faces her own personal nightmare, the end of her career. To try to save her job and avoid the same fate as her friend Bing Bong, Paula teams up with Zenny, a director of daydreams who is searching for the next big hit for a preteen girl. In the real world, a hit movie like Inside Out becomes a classic remembered for years. But in the Mind Studios, when a dream is a success, something incredibly important happens, a detail revealed in the first episode. Significant dreams become happy memories, or not, but they aren't stored in the command center. Instead, they're kept in the Dream Studios. This is precisely what Paula is aiming for. She needs to create a new dream so impactful that it becomes an important memory for Riley. But what could it be? Something like this might very well form the plot of the third movie. Disney could be using this series to introduce the next crisis in Riley's life. Could it be her first love? Is this how the new emotion will make its debut? Or perhaps a new passion, beyond hockey, will emerge in Riley's dreams? We know she loves hockey, but that doesn't mean she'll pursue it as a career. A dream could very well transform into a new lifestyle. Could Paula be the one to make Riley give up hockey? After all, she already got her to ditch the pacifier, so why not her favorite sport too? As we mentioned, there will be 4 episodes, each about 20 minutes long. This means the series will have a total runtime of approximately an hour and a half, the same length as both the first and second movies. This suggests that the story told in Dream production will have enough time to develop an emotional adventure just as captivating as the films. The trailer revealed some intriguing moments, and we're here to show you exactly what you can expect on December 11th. In the first episode, Anger is seen covering his face with a newspaper because he hasn't signed a contract with the studio to participate in the documentary yet. The newspaper he's reading is the Mind Gazette, with a headline that reads, "Mom tries using emojis." As you know, the newspaper's Anger Reads always feature topics that make Riley furious, like moving to a new city or not getting dessert. The Mom Using Emojis headline suggests Riley is entering that phase where parents start getting into social media, which often leads to embarrassing moments. Every teenager has been there, and as silly as it seems, it's a pretty normal experience. But since the emotion of shame won't be present, and it's Anger reacting to this news, we can imagine that Riley's mom did something online that made our preteen yell in frustration. Could she have posted an embarrassing photo of Riley? Maybe something her crush might have seen. Does your mom try to use emojis? Then don't forget to help her subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. I hope you've already done the same. Another exclusive scene from the first episode suggests Paula might be planning a new dream where Riley gets a puppy. Could this mean a pet is on the way? Right behind Paula, we can see an actor who will portray the dog. Could this be a new character for the upcoming movie? In the trailer, we also catch a glimpse of a shelf in Paula's office with several golden spheres that closely resemble memory orbs. Are these awards like the Oscars, or are they memories stored in the studio? This question becomes even more intriguing when we notice gold statues in the background of the film studio head's office. These statues look more like movie awards, which suggests that Paula's golden spheres could very well be the memory she's aiming to use to craft a significant dream. There's also a scene where Riley is wearing a yellow dress in a shiny, starry setting, seemingly experiencing a dream resembling musical dance numbers seen on television. Could this be signaling a new interest for Riley? Is Disney about to feature a musical number for a girl who isn't a princess for the first time? Here's a question. Could this series end right where the third movie is set to begin? Could it actually be a major setup for Riley's next big crisis? We've discussed this theory earlier in today's video, but it's fascinating that a short 4-episode series is revealing so much about how this universe works. If not to build on it later, why delve into these details? Our theory is that the significant dream Paula is working to create will end up driving the plot of the next movie. What do you think? Regardless of what happens, we don't have to wait long to find out what Dream Production has in store for us. It premieres on December 11th, 2024 on Disney+. And of course, when it drops, you'll find all our theories right here on the channel. Until then, we've picked out 2 more videos for you to check out. See you in the next video!